Hello, how are you doing? I just wanted to check in and make sure everything's going okay this week. There's been a lot going on and a lot changed, and we've had some resurgence of COVID cases, and that might be impacting your world in very real ways. So I just wanted to check in and see how you were going and kind of see what you're following. In Exodus, we've been talking about the people of Israel escaping Egypt, making their way through the Red Sea, and they've kind of been grumbling and things haven't been going exactly the way that they had thought that they would. And they're longing for what they used to have. And there might be some of that for many of us these days. Could we just please go back to pre-COVID-19? But much like the Israelites, we can't go back. And as much as they lamented and complained to Moses and said, why did you bring us out to the desert only for us to die? Like we were better off in Egypt. Well, the truth of the matter is they were not better off in Egypt. They were slaves. They were very badly treated, I'm sure. And they probably didn't have as much to eat as they said that they did. Sometimes hindsight can be pretty alluring and pretty tempting. Oh, the way things used to be. But unfortunately, the Israelites couldn't go back. And we can't go back either. And so it's about being able to move forward. And how do we do that? Well, in the story in Exodus, God actually provided some pretty tangible ways for the people to see how to keep moving forward. During the day, he provided a pillar of smoke, and at night, he provided a pillar of fire. There were very real things for the Israelites to follow, to stay on course and to stay together and to know they were headed in the right direction. And maybe it feels like it would be really useful right now to have a pillar of smoke during the day and a pillar of fire at night to be able to follow so that we know exactly where God is leading us during this time. But I don't have that, not literally. And maybe you don't have that literally either. But what we do have is our reminder that God never deserts us, never abandons us, and is always willing to lead us if we're willing to follow. And much like the people of Israel complained and grumbled and didn't really want to follow Moses and didn't always agree with where he was taking them, they knew they could trust him. He was appointed by God. And so I'm going to invite you to look around today and determine who or what you're following. Are you following the news? Because that changes every day and sometimes several times during the day. Are you following your friends? In some cases, that might be a good idea for connection and friendship and somebody to talk to. Are you following your parents? Maybe their direction and their guidance is wonderful, and you're so blessed to have them. Are you following God's call on your life? Are you really listening to what he has to say to you today and where he wants to take you? Because just like the Israelites, you can't go back. There's no place for you in Egypt anymore. You're free. You're following God. And you may kind of look around and go, it feels like I'm kind of in the middle of a desert. Or it feels like I got people chasing me from behind and not many great options in front of me. But I want to invite you to continue to press forward, to continue to look for those signs that God may in fact be presenting to you. Not a literal pillar of smoke and not a literal pillar of fire. But my best guess is he has some signs for you. He has ways that he's trying to talk to you and communicate with you and share with you what he wants you to do next with your life. So I would invite you to explore that. Look this week for the places where God may be showing up and instructing you how to continue to move forward. Have a great week.